Shalom, giving all praise going on to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakah, HaKodash, Dawan, to the elder apostles at Great Millstone who do well. Peace, love, and blessings to the brothers on highways and byways, giving all diligence to make a call and lecture sure. I'm that fellow Kanakla coming at you once again with another lesson, Lord, sword through the Spirit. It's like you through the Spirit and power, Yahweh Shai Shai. This lesson is edifying and exhorting. And the title of this lesson will be Favored in a Time of Trouble. The elect will be favored in the time of trouble, right? Because as you can see, it's a video the brother Mayum posted. Basically, it's a global collapse. See, China's mortgage crisis, protests everywhere. China economic collapse has begun, and this is just, with the U.S. collapsing, U.S. basically dominating the global reserve currency. Once the U.S. collapse, everybody's gonna be affected by it. You know what I mean? That's just how it is. It's a global economic collapse. And as you see right here, just video right underneath, evicted, mass evictions begin as recession hits. So, with all this trouble getting ready to transpire, and really it's already doing it, but when it turns up to the point where there's violence, extreme violence in the streets, martial laws declared, all right, to bring forth law and order, order out of chaos. You gotta have the faith, the true believers, the true worshipers of Yahweh Shai Shai. You gotta have the faith that you're gonna be favored in these times, all right? Because the mind will like to play tricks on you, or the flesh, or that doubt likes to creep in. Because as you can see, with billions and billions of people on the planet Earth, all these people about to catch hell, okay? And how's the Lord going to just look upon little old you out of billions of people? Well, you got to understand that you're favored. And we're going to get it right in the scriptures. We're going to start in 2nd Ezra 8 from the top, and we're going to jump down. 2nd Ezra 8 verse 1, it says, "And he answered me, saying, Thus the Most High, Slakia, hath made this world for many, but the world to come for few." So look, just China alone, their population, million-man army. But it's for few. It's like it's many, but the world to come for few. So that's one already. All right, the Most High made this world for many. So this world that we live in for the billions of people, and then the elect is that's a small remnant, starting with 144,000. Even though there's going to be a great multitude, but that's still a small number compared to 8 billion people. All right, so the Lord has made this world for many, but the world to come for few, and that's that remnant, the elect that would turn and seek Yahweh Bashim Shai and hope in His mercy, and He will reveal Himself to them by basically giving them the understanding of His word. Okay, "I will tell thee it's a multitude, Esdras, and when thou askest the earth, it shall say unto thee that it giveth much mold whereof earthen vessels are made, but little dust that gold cometh of." Exactly, and gold is little. All right, when they go to mining that gold and looking for it, and they go in a river and they go to sifting that dirt, you find just little small specks of gold amongst all that dirt. All right, and that's the elect. It says, "Even so is the course of this present world. There be many created, but few shall be saved." All right, this is the Most High speaking. Okay, so have faith in the time of all this trouble, people catching this hell, getting evicted. All right, the Most High, look, He's dealing with a remnant. That's how He is. But a few shall be saved. All right. Yes, the Most High is going to be with little old you in the time of great trouble that's going to take upon the world. All right, so let's jump down to verse 37. Then answered he me and said, Some things hast thou spoken aright, and according unto thy words it shall be. For indeed I will not think of the disposition of them which have sinned before death. All right, those sinners that haven't came underneath the covering and the yoke of Yahweh Shai. All right, it says before judgment, before destruction. But I will rejoice over the disposition of the righteous. All right, those that have faith, those that believe in Yahweh Shai. And I will remember also their pilgrimage and the salvation and the reward that they shall have. Okay, remember just that few. So let's jump down. Verse 55. And therefore ask thou no more questions concerning the multitude of them that perish. So yes, 1,000 gonna fall at thy right side. You know, these people, you know, some of us might end up homeless or whatever the case may be. But the Lord is with us. Okay? All these people, the Lord's finna tell you why, you know, it's okay. All these people, the multitude gonna perish, and the Lord's just gonna be dealing with little old you, man. It says, and therefore ask thou no more questions concerning the multitude of them that perish. So majority of the people you see ain't gonna make it. So again, you gotta understand and believe that the Lord is dealing with you, man. It says, for when they had taken liberty, our liberty in Yahweh Shai, because what Yahweh Shai, he liberated us from the law. All right. Right now we're in grace. All right. We've been liberated from the law because we couldn't keep it. Okay. So Yahweh Shai liberated us. He freed us from the law. Now the scriptures say, do we make void the law through faith? No. But from that penalty of death, all right, because of two or more witnesses, whatever the case may be, you were put to death. So Yahweh Shai liberated us because we couldn't keep it. And the Most High sanctioned him to do that. It says, they despised the Most High, thought scorn of his law, and forsook his ways. And majority of the people you see right here getting evicted, protesting, talking all that shit. When this word was presented unto them, or when they seen it, they had a lot of shit to say. They didn't want to turn back. They didn't want to get themselves together. All right. So yes, you chose to hearken. You know, ultimately it's preordained, predestined. But you chose to hearken. You chose to listen. All right. So you're going to receive the reward of salvation, and they are going to perish. Put it, it's plain and simple, man. We talking about the power that flooded the whole planet Earth. That's his mindset ain't changed, man. And here it is. Here's the comfort. For when they had taken liberty, they despised the Most High law. Did you despise the Most High law? No, you didn't. You hearkened. You believed and you listened. And you did the best you could. Thought scorn of his law, forsook his ways. Moreover, they have trodden down his righteousness. And ultimately, that was Yahweh Shai they trodden down, man. Okay? It says, and said in their heart, in their mind, that there is no God, yea, and that knowing they must die. And it's the Most High speaking. So all these Keishas and Tyrones and whatever the case may be, these heathens, the Most High said they must die. You know, even though the heathen had no part in it, but the point being, they're going to be casualties too. Because this is the time of Jacob's trouble, where the Most High is going to punish Jacob for their transgressions, their rebellions, all right, their wickedness. Okay? And it's just at this point, man, you know, I'm on a job doing this lesson in this loud ass truck. And it's just at this point, you know, I can't no longer wait on a perfect weather, you know, to basically where it's not a cloud in the sky to do a lesson. You know, it's just, I just gotta push under whatever circumstances it is. All right, it's just what it is, man. You know, this is the condition of the battle. This is where we at. Straight to the point. 2 Esdras 2 verse 27. Be not weary, For when the day in trouble and heaviness cometh, which we are approaching that day, all right? People getting evicted. People can't afford food. All right? People are going to be in danger, man, of not being able to protect themselves. All right? World War III, the missiles. But before that, the six troubles. And the sixth trouble, the tribulation period, famine, pestilence, okay, violence. What the Lord say, be not weary, for when the day of trouble and heaviness cometh, and it's getting heavy, right? It's heavy now, but it's only going to get heavier. Others shall weep and be sorrowful, but thou shalt be merry and have abundance. All right? Thou shalt be merry and have abundance. There's going to come a time where the Lord is going to come through, and we're not going to be out here starving, right? We're going to be eating good. The Lord said it. We're going to be merry and have abundance, man. While these people suck, man, the Lord, the Most High said it. This is what the Most High is saying. You're going to be good, and they're going to suffer, they're going to die. That's what the Most High is saying. All right? Because He said it. So you got to walk with that confidence that you're going to be okay. All right? If you be part of that number, which we believe we are. It says, the heathen shall envy thee, but they shall be able to do nothing against thee, saith the Lord. So while everybody's suffering, catching hell, they're going to envy us, but they ain't going to be able to do nothing. My hand shall cover thee, so thy children shall not see hell. And it's very confident for brothers with children. All right? Hell, because hell is coming. The scriptures say his desire is basically replacing hell as hell in his death, because that's what he's about to bring. All right, to get people to accept this tribulation and all this, the breakdown and collapse of society is just to destroy this current monetary system and erect a new one under this CBDC, the digital currency, and to prescribe the mark of the beast, which is the RFID chip or the NFC, near field communication, radio frequency identification, the chip technology that basically communicates with their servers, all right, to make you a part of their grid, to put you on their grid, to verify you, okay? To identify who you are, you're going to have to receive that chip in order to buy and sell. So, this is it, the Lord going to be with you. You just got to just continue to keep giving diligence to make your call and election sure. So with that, Lord willing, is edifying.